Hello, Rams fans. Once again, I'm back with some Rams news, some good news, and nothing but more good news. So, let's get started. Let's get right into it with the Rams news. First and foremost, Rams are ranked number 1 by Sports Illustrated NFL Power Rankings by Gary Gramling. He ranked the Rams number 1. Yes. There's a lot of other social media outlets that are have their own ranking system, and they got Rams all over the place. I think the worst one was like 11th or 12th, but for the most part, they're like ranking the Rams. Like USA Today ranked the Rams number 2. Sports Illustrated, like I just said, is ranked them number 1, and that's what I wanted to bring to you. So let's move on with some more news. The sole blemish on their record came against the Cardinal squad. They would beat 4 times out of 5 at SoFi Stadium. They have the top coach in the NFL, an NFL MVP caliber quarterback playing at MVP level, and will remain the most well-rounded team in football as long as Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey stay healthy. The most well-rounded team in football that they are. They got a strong defense, a high-powered offense with Matthew Stafford, the missing link. He joined our team, and we are definitely a high power offensive team, as he has shown in the most recent game against the New York Giants with a passing rating of 128. Pass rating of 128? Man, that was a good game. He only threw like 29 times, I think it was, 29 times, and completed like 22 for like 250 something yards, 51, I believe it was. He had a real good game. 1 interception, and that 1 interception was deflected off of a Cooper Kupp of all people. Should have had it. But I don't know. I think what's happening with Matthew Stafford and his interceptions, because that's not his only interception that he has like that, where he's hit his receiver and the ball bounces off him. I think Matthew Stafford is throwing the ball too hard. He's throwing the ball so hard, it's too hot to handle. And that could be led to a turnover. So Matthew Stafford perhaps should think about that. Anyways, let's continue with some news. Sean McVay seeing more opportunities for Rams to go for it on 4th down. Oh, what a good showing for Sean McVay and his decisions on the 3 conversions, 2 being a 4th down conversions, and one of them leading to a touchdown with Cooper Kupp. Which could have easily been a field goal. Just take the 3 points. We were like on the 3-yard line or something like that, maybe the 4-yard line, and it was 4th down, and I believe 1, and we ended up going for it instead of going for the field goal. Sean McVay made the call to go for it, and we ended up scoring a touchdown. We need that kind of aggressive decisions and play now that we have no NFL team is easy, but we have an easier schedule right now. So let's get this experience of the high intensity moments that occur when you're going for it with an aggressive call on 4th down. We got to get used to those type of situations, because there's going to be a lot closer games where we're going to really need to go for a high intensity 4th down situation And the more that we go for the fourth downs now with the per se easier schedule, we'll get some experience and more comfortable and learn what plays work and what plays don't. Therefore, leading to go-to plays. The like I said, 2 out of the 3 were fourth down conversions, and then the other one was a fake punt. That was an aggressive decision play by McVay. That was an awesome call. I'm glad he finally went for a fake punt, and even though it got nullified by the referees, come to find out on Sean McVay's talk show, he spoke on having film proof that it was a bad call. He didn't say bad call, but he was insinuating that it was a bad call. And like he said, Sean McVay said we have the film proof that they did not do anything illegal about the lineup. There was something about trying to trick the defense, and it was illegal. It's a illegal trickery or something, but it wasn't, and we got the proof. So it should have been even that much more of a blowout, but the call got called back, so there was no first down on that. But moving on with more news. Actually, this is what the article said. Sean McVay's tendency to err on the side of caution when it came to fourth down has been well known. He hasn't been going for the fourth down conversions. When given the choice to keep the offense on the field on fourth down during his coaching career, he has always played it safe. McVay displayed a more aggressive side against the Giants on Sunday. He faked punt once and then went for it twice more on fourth down, with the offense converting both sides despite the fake punt being nullified by a penalty. McVay agreed that the Rams are getting more opportunities to go for it on fourth down during an appearance on the Coach McVay show on Monday, citing Matthew Stafford's touchdown pass to Cooper Kupp in the second quarter that put the Rams up 14-3. And that was the fourth down and one, like on the 4-yard line, I believe. That led to a touchdown. So that was awesome. That was way better than going for a field goal. When you're that close, and we're playing a team as like the New York Giants, come on, let's get some practice in. Hopefully, this is the beginning of McVay's philosophical transformation. Let's start thinking different. Let's start making a more aggressive plays. However, the conservatism that McVay has displayed prior to the New York game has been good too, because it's been safe and perhaps too safe. So could you play too safe? That's a good question. Leave me a comment. Could you play too safe during a football game without making aggressive play calls? I probably would say yes, but we'll see. Hopefully, there is the beginning of McVay's philosophical transformation. there will be games closer than Sunday's 38-11 win against the Giants down the stretch, and fourth down conversions could be the difference between winning and losing. That's what I'm talking about. And this is when we can get experience for high intensity plays during the football game that we need to be used to and comfortable with, knowing we've done it before and we can do it again, and it doesn't matter what team we're matched up against. Moving on with more news. Sean McVay on track to break Bill Belichick's halftime lead record. So everybody knows if McVay and the Rams are winning at halftime, we end up winning the game. And Belichick has that halftime lead record, but Sean McVay is about to tie it. Sean McVay has a record of 41-0 losses when leading at halftime. Bill Belichick's record is 42-0. The news says, I don't want to be that person, but Sean McVay is on the verge of eclipsing one of Bill Belichick's all-time coaching achievements. McVay is now 41-0 when the Rams lead at halftime following Sunday's rout of the New York Giants. In Week 6, the Rams were able to run out to a 28-3 lead at halftime against the Giants, scoring 38 unanswered points en route to a 38-11 victory. With the New England Patriots, Belichick previously had a record of 42 straight wins when leading at halftime. See, that's that 42 straight wins when leading at halftime. So McVay's right behind him with 41-0 record when leading at halftime. So all eyes will be on the Rams to see if they can assist McVay in tying the long-standing record. Los Angeles faces the dismal Houston Texans in Week 8 after facing the Lions in Week 7, a game in which the Rams are 15.5-point favorites. Moving on with more news on Sean McVay, about Sean McVay and fourth downs. Sean McVay always leans towards the side of caution on fourth down, is well documented during his coaching tenure. He has always chosen to keep the offense on the field on fourth down when given the option. On Sunday, McVay showed a more aggressive side against the Giants. On fourth down with the offense, he faked punted once and then went for it twice more, converting both times despite the fake punt being nullified by a penalty. But that was a bad call, man. This should have never been nullified. It should have been a successful, and in my eyes it was a successful punt, but on the records it's not. Continuing with more news. This on Matthew Stafford news. Matthew Stafford has been at his best in difficult down and distances. It doesn't take much to see how much of a difference Matthew Stafford has made at quarterback for the Rams, and we can see that for sure. God, man, what an upgrade. What a example of how important a good quarterback is for a team. Last year we should have been in the Super Bowl, but because we didn't have the right quarterback, we didn't go. This year, big change. Matthew's awesome. He exceeded all expectations in Los Angeles, including the ones he set for himself before the season began. And he's had a great start through 6 weeks. Matthew Stafford has 16 touchdown passes and 1,838 yards through the air, putting him on pace for more than 5,000 yards this season, according to ESPN's QBR metric 75. On second and third down, with the offense needing 7 or more yards, the biggest difference between Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff has been on second and third down. Those are normally considered passing situations, given the defense an advantage. Yeah, because they know, like, second and long, you're more than likely going to pass. So you call that defense to prevent a pass being completed. But knowing that, saying that, it's that much more difficult to complete the pass for the quarterback. And what is Stafford doing? Those are normally considered passing situations, giving the defense an advantage. But Stafford has ripped apart opponents on downs and distances. Stafford is completing 74.2% of his throws and averaging 12.5 yards per attempt on non-first downs. And needing 7+ yards, according to Rich Hybar of Sharp Football Stats. His 12.5 yards per attempt is over twice the league average of 7.3 yards per attempt. Furthermore, half of his throw attempts have resulted in first downs, which is nearly 10% higher than the NFL average. 10% higher than the entire NFL average. Matthew Stafford. His numbers appear to be good in any situation, but on third down, he's been better than the league average and one of the league's best quarterbacks. On Aaron Donald news. This article I ran by was on Fan Nation. Michael Brockers becomes emotional discussing Aaron Donald. Michael Brockers got traded with Jared Goff to the Lions. So Michael Brockers talking about Aaron Donald, what Michael Brockers said about AD. Brockers says he established a lot of lifelong friends while with the Rams. Aaron Donald, and defensive tackle widely regarded as the best defensive player in the game, was one of them. We made good friendship with Aaron Donald. On Monday, Brockers told reporters that watching Donald work had encouraged him. I bet. Had Aaron Donald, working out with Aaron Donald, or just watching him being present while Aaron Donald is working out, it's got to be motivating. Brockers said, "This person has really transitioned my career. Just witnessing a guy with all those honors grind like he's an undrafted free agent is incredible." So in other words, he has a contract. He's good. He is who he is. Aaron Donald is one of the best players ever, and he works as if he's about to lose his job or something. And Brockers is talking about it. He still has to work as if he doesn't have any achievements, as if he's a nobody. He puts in so much effort. He spends more time in the film room than anyone I know. He works out in the gym more than anyone I know. To witness that and then have that motivation, since that is what motivates me right now. It's still every day I'm like, oh man, AD will be getting reps here. And that drives me. Aaron Donald. Another highlight I came across, Aaron Donald breaks the Rams all-time sack record. Aaron Donald, a defensive lineman with the Los Angeles Rams, currently has the most sacks in franchise history. Congratulations, Aaron Donald. Good job. With 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the third quarter of Thursday night's game at Lumen Field, he sacked Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson, giving him an 88.5 total, surpassing defensive end Leonard Little, 87.5. Top 5 sacks in Rams career. Note, sacks did not become an official stat until 1982. Aaron Donald, 88.5. Leonard Little, 87.5. So Aaron Donald's record leads by 1 sack. And we're only, how many years does he have left? I was going to say we're only halfway through the season, not even halfway through the season. And he broke the record, but something even more so is how many more years does he have on the Rams? All right. Kevin Green is in third place with the Rams franchise sack record with 72.5. Kevin Carter, 62.5, and Robert Quinn, 62.5. They were tied. News on Jalen Ramsey. This season, Jalen Ramsey has the second most forced incompletions in the NFL. Another great season by Jalen Ramsey. This season, Jalen Ramsey has taken on a new position as a slot defender rather than an outside cornerback. Ramsey has been creating havoc in the center of the field and near the line of scrimmage as a slot corner. He had been playing on the outside, but now they're moving him all over the place. He's just versatile like that, and he's causing havoc all over the place. I like him playing that slot because you could blitz him from there a lot easier, I would think. Quicker. It's closer to the quarterback. He still lines up on the boundary against some of the best wideouts in sport. According to Pro Football Focus, quarterbacks have tried him in coverage a startling amount, throwing his way 33 times in 5 games. Oh, they're trying. They're trying Ramsey. But that kind of makes sense because with all these quarterbacks we got, these quarterbacks must be like having so much confidence. It used to be a running game, and then we had a couple great quarterbacks that would pass a lot. But nowadays we got more than a few good quarterbacks. There's a lot of good quarterbacks out there. I mean, as good as Matthew Stafford is, he might not get. I'm not gonna say that. He's MVP bound, but we got to win the Super Bowl first, and then there's a lot of good quarterbacks out there. That's my point. And these quarterbacks have confidence, and I believe that's why they're testing Ramsey. They think they could get the ball through Ramsey, covering or not covering. He was only continuing with the article, he was only targeted 75 times in 16 games last season. So he's on a considerable faster pace this year. So the more they're targeting the receiver that Ramsey's covering, the more breakup passes the more pass defense stats he's getting. So go ahead, pass to Ramsey's side. There are more forced incompletions. There you go, forced incompletions when there are more targets. Ramsey has forced 6 incompletions in coverage, which is the second most in the NFL, while allowing 21 receptions for 210 yards. Only the Saints' Marshawn Lattimore has more, and he's matched Ramsey with 11 forced incompletions. Forced incompletions. This season, both corners have performed admirably. However, Lattimore has a completion percentage of 42.9% compared to 63.6% for Ramsey. Ramsey has 4 pass breakups and an interception, allowing only 1 score against a long throw of 25 yards. Okay, and that throw, I believe, was against DK Metcalf. So that guy's a beast. He's one of the best receivers in the league. So I wonder if Lattimore has gone up against DK yet. We'll see some stats change then. That guy's hard to cover. He's good. With the Giants, Lions, and Texans on the schedule, his stats should only increase over the following 3 weeks. Yes, like all the Rams stats, they're all going to increase. The first part of the season were tougher teams, but now we're going against the Lions with a record of 0-6, and then the Texans that aren't doing very well either. On the schedules, yeah, stats should only increase over the following 3 weeks. In that 3-game run, don't be shocked if the intercepts if he intercepts, and we're talking about Jalen Ramsey, intercepts at least 1 pass. 1? All right, because they're not going to pass his way. All right, have a good day. Go Rams.